Welcome back. We are exploring today. We're going to this historic town that apparently is super old, you guys, from like 1900s, that's completely unchanged. Okay, so I just parked. I am about to take you guys down to this little town. This town is so far off the beaten path, but it's really not touristy, and a lot of people don't know about it. There's only 70 or 80 people that live there now. There was probably 12 to 1500 back in its heyday. So we're gonna go and check that out. You guys, this town is crazy. So what's really cool about this town is apparently it was built in the 1800s and it was built on top of old marshland. And none of these buildings were built with proper foundations like you would see on a normal building. So a lot of them are beginning to sort of sink into the ground, and they have been sinking slowly into the ground for years and years. So all of these buildings sort of have a really warped, kind of bent look to them, which is really cool. There's obviously a couple of businesses that are open here, and this bar seems to be the place to be in the middle of a day like this. I mean, it's a beautiful day. Who wouldn't enjoy a nice margarita? I believe this here is actually the old theater, and they used to have a sign on this little arch here that would have been the name of the theater. But you can see this is clearly a historical building for this town. It's kind of something that, I mean, it's been here a long time. There's a lot of writing on this wall, but you can see what I mean. Like, look at how it's bending. Like, it's bending and warping into the ground. This thing is very cool. You guys, this town looks completely unchanged. Like, I feel like at any given time there is going to be a standoff and two cowboys are going to come out of the saloon with guns drawn. This is literally a trench art vase, and they're asking under $40 for this, and it's huge. This is the place to go, you guys. So let's go inside and check this out.
Do that sort of a thing.
It's been exhausting because, yeah, I mean, all the little packages and all that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like.
So they definitely have a good collection of antiques. They have vintage stuff. I am gonna see what kind of cool things I can find. You never know what you're gonna find in these older towns like this, because a lot of these old antiques kind of get kicked around. These old lanterns are incredible. Their prices are pretty high though. These are definitely gonna be way too much for me to get. This plane, I love this. It's not old, and they're asking probably a little too much for it, but I'm getting this. I really, really like these old aluminum planes. They're in the style of some of the old ones that you can find from like the 1930s and 40s. You guys, look at these old flamingos. I love these things. Now, I'll actually buy these old lawn flamingos if you can find the old wooden ones. These are just the plastic ones that they're not super valuable, and even in the original box they're still not super valuable. But look at how cool this vintage box looks.
Write it on the card.
Yeah, all right, you need pen?
Might as well. I'll let you know.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm ready to be a handful or what?
I don't think. Yeah, let's go out there with the lights. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, hand modeling is there's a trick to that.
Ah, my trench art vase, you guys. This thing is amazing, and it's a good size. The detailing on this is incredible. I love the edge at the top. I'm for sure getting this. That's a great price for an old vase like this. They also have some really nice art glass. I'm probably gonna get these if they don't have any chips or anything. I like the colors on them, and they're a pretty good size.
It looks like it's tea stage, but I think it's like
You guys guys know I love my folk art, and this thing is actually in really good shape. It's so hard to find Mexican folk art pottery in good condition just because it's really very fragile, and these little pieces, and there's always arms and legs and things that just seem to always be broken, and this one is in really good shape. It's just like this little guy in this car with the devil on it, right? Like, I mean, who doesn't have a figurine like this with a guy driving in a car with a devil on top? This is something I was absolutely not expecting to find here. This is an amazing African tribal statue. This is from the Benin people, and you can find all kinds of really incredible African art from this region. They make really amazing busts and solid bronze stools and just really amazing solid bronze art. And this piece here is completely made of solid bronze. And there's something about coming to small towns that's kind of amazing. You guys, the woman that owns this shop, not only does she have incredible taste, but she also offered to make me a margarita. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
I feel like we cut into your stash.
It's all gone. Yeah, no more tequila, but that's okay.
That store was so cool, and she had the coolest stuff. But there's one more stop that I want to make because the person that owns this shop told me about this bed and breakfast down the street. And I'm supposed to ask for this woman named Martha. I guess it's like a ice cream parlor on the bottom, and then the top floor is a bed and breakfast that she runs, and she has all the knowledge and all the history on this town, and I am super excited to see if we can find her.
I got a picture of it. It has paneling on it. If you stand right about here.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it looked like.
So apparently Martha purchased this building back in 2014. At the time it was an antique shop, but before that, this building has been a number of different things, including a restaurant, a butcher shop, an antique shop. It was a place where people did fortune telling. This place has been a multitude of different businesses over the years. So one of the things she tells me is she thinks that this building used to be a prison, and she shows me on the outside these incredible bars that she's left on the windows because she really wants to keep all of the original details of this building. On the other side of these barred windows are small jail cell type rooms, and I'm like, Martha, you cannot just drop bombs of incredible information on me and then not show me the proof. I need to see the rest of this building now. So she offers to take me inside. Oh, this looks totally prison-y.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, what? Wow.
This was a meat locker.
Okay.
You see the hooks up there?
Oh, yeah.
They were lowered down. They were lowered down when I got the building. I moved them up and built that.
I'm so glad you kept it.
Yeah, no, that's history. And see, okay, so you see how thick this door
Mm-hmm,
is?
yeah.
It's well insulated. And then this wall was
Would have been the
built.
window.
So the window's behind there.
Yeah.
So I think before the thick walls were put in, it was a thinner jail cell. I was told that they had a dairy shelf here.
Oh.
So that they wouldn't have to open that big
Door every
door
time.
and lose all the coolness in the summertime. They had a shelf here and a shelf here, and they had like cream and butter and cheese or something in there. This is George W. Locke. This was George W. Locke's boat, paddle wheeler steamer.
He was fancy.
Yes, and these were the labels, the crate labels that would go on the side of the big wood boxes that held all the pears and asparagus and and it was called Pride of the River. And he died in 1909. He came here at the height of the gold rush in 1852 at age 22. He was born in 1830. This is the oldest photograph known of that was titled Lockport, California, 1910. This here was a vegetable cooler. They had those people that are listed on that sign come in here, and they would sit in there on the weekends and do palm reading and tarot cards and phrenology and weird stuff like that. And she also had quite a doll collection.
But is this where the other window would have been from
Yes,
this? So this is totally, this used to be a prison.
But you know, somebody could slip through there, I think.
God, you have to have a really small head.
Maybe so.
I mean, I don't think my head could fit through there. Maybe.
You might have to cut your ears
Yeah,
off.
maybe so.
Possibly in 1938,
Mhm.
if that was a new car at that time. And this is up at the top of that hill.
So the way you get up to the bed and breakfast is through the back of the building. And you go through this little alleyway, out around the back, and up this really narrow set of stairs. And this place is incredible. It seems completely unchanged. I absolutely love the historical value of this place.
Built by short people.
Wow.
There's that area here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, check it out.
Okay.
So what's that in there?
Wow.
It has its own.
And she shows me the first room, which is great. It's got like its own little back patio, which is so awesome. It's got a cool little kitchen, and then right off the kitchen, there is this incredible little back patio. I could totally see myself out here drinking my morning coffee. Oh, okay. And she shows me all these other rooms, which are kind of cool. Like each room has its own theme. So she has the Marilyn Monroe room that has all kinds of cool Marilyn Monroe memorabilia.
This is the Maryland room.
Oh,
There's
wow.
lots of Marilyn Monroe pictures.
Yeah.
This room has some of my paintings of Locke.
In this room, she actually has painted all of these paintings. You did
My
these?
original oils.
Oh my
yes.
gosh, these are amazing.
Thank you.
Wow, you are very talented.
Thank you.
That's incredible.
Hey.
Wow.
And this is the community kitchen here.
This kitchen is awesome. Look at all these old appliances. I love the stove. And this is a communal kitchen, so everybody that's staying in the bed and breakfast would share this single kitchen.
2 beds. And it has an antique library over here. Books that were already in here when I got the building in 2014. I think the books have been there for several decades.
So then she takes me outside. You guys, this patio, I am living for this patio. Everybody has access to the deck.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is the community
Wow.
veranda.
You just really get a sense for this town from up here. You can see the whole street. You can see all the buildings. I just picture myself living in the 1800s, like sitting out here smoking a cigar in my 1800s suit after getting home from a long night of gambling down at the gambling hall and having a brandy at the saloon. Like, this place is so amazing. So cool.
Yeah.
I really...
Good, good. And
Love
then you got to
this.
get this sign up here.
Oh,
Where-
yeah. You guys, I'm kind of sad to have to leave Martha behind. I kind of want to live here. Like, I kind of want to just open up some bit. Like, I could have an antique shop here, right? And then I could hang out with Martha and we can have ice cream. And then I could go to the saloon and drink brandy every night with my friends. I don't know. One of the things that I really love about this town more than anything is it's not touristy. You guys, it's so authentic. It's so real. I'm definitely going to come back and maybe spend a night at Martha's Bed and Breakfast. I think it would be such a cool trip. So you guys, this was awesome. It was actually better than I thought it was going to be. So thank you guys so much for coming along with me on this journey. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If you are interested in finding out where this place is, or if you want to stay at Martha's Bed and Breakfast, I'll put some of that information below. If you guys haven't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure you do it now so you don't miss future episodes. And as always, thank you guys for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful day.